Why does this beehive have a disco ball in here? I mean, this room looks really, really nice for N64 standards, or I don't even know N64 standards in general. Why does this beehive even have torches anyway? Or purple claptraps, not that you can see a purple claptrap in here anyway. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing junkie? Okay, hold on, let me get out of this beehive, and I'll be right with you. Hello everyone, this is Olga Number, and welcome back for, yeah, coins! Welcome back for more Donkey Kong 64. In the last part, we did all of Tiny Kong's stuff in Jungle Japes, and in this part, we're going to do all of Chunky Kong stuff in Jungle Japes. Now, this is my second take of recording this, because the first part, the first take, I felt like I really wasn't doing a good job, really. Like, I wasn't really giving my thoughts on Jungle Japes or anything, so that's why I'm doing a second take on this. I'm going to be focusing on complementing this level as well as levels I have not completed yet, or their parts. So bear with me. If there's slight pauses here and there, then it's probably because I really have nothing to say. Like, honestly, what do you think? Like, do you actually like my commentary being apart from the game, like me explaining other stuff? Like, would anyone mind if I did like one part, I did the whole level, and if I went to new parts of levels in other parts, then I just say my thoughts there? Or like only the final part I give my thoughts about the level, every other part I talk about everything else? Yeah, you get it. I'm doing the same level 5 times, and as a result, I'm quickly running out of things to say about the levels. It's similar to Sonic Adventure, how I do the overworld and some stages like 3 times or more. It's basically similar to that. But at least I covered it all with Sonic and such. At least I think I did. Anyway. Final thoughts on this level. That stormy area there, like, I really like that stormy area over there. Like, I like to think that the giant beavers are like cranky experimenting on the beavers. Like, that area is like somewhat of an opposite sorts to the area we visit as Tiny. The area with the beehive and Chunky's transformation barrel. But it has its similarities. I also like the reference to Donkey Kong Country 1, where there was an area where there was a stormy level. And that level was like suddenly difficult. No, Chunky, I didn't want you to punch. This golden banana right here, by the way, it's one of like the few impossible golden bananas on emulator. Because the timer ticks down really fast, and even if you know shortcuts, you're not gonna make it in time. I think the intended way is to go this way, but the faster way is to take warp number 2 and get here. And even with knowing that, you can't make it here in time. Also, watch what happens when time runs out when I'm in here. The gate doesn't close. It will close when I get out, though, so watch out. I suppose it also closes when I go out here. Oh, I guess it just stays open. Okay. So you saw earlier where that boulder had 5 bananas in here? Yeah, the boulders can sometimes contain goodies. But the problem is, only 2 boulders ever have goodies. One of them was that, one of them is like this boulder right here, actually. So, what's the point? It just so happens that this boulder contains another golden banana for Chunky Kong. Once again, Chunky Kong gets the easiest treatment of all the Kong family. Like, this level in general just gives Tiny, Lanky, and Chunky all the easy treatment. And I will admit, not all the level is like free. Like, many of their collectibles are basically free, and not entirely. Like, some of the stuff you have to work for, and that's fine for Jungle Japes. Not what I wanted, Chunky. Like, this level like, while this level wasn't really the best made for these three Kongs, at least 50% of the stuff is you have to work for, 50% of the stuff is literally free. And as such, this level's really good if you're finding yourself really low on collectibles, if you're any percenting this game, that is. And that's really quite nice of Jungle Japes. Oh, I didn't get the glitch. So this cave right here, if you wait on the pause screen, or not pause screen, main menu long enough, the tile screen, you can actually see this cave when you get to Chunky's preview. And as you can see, this cave's gimmick is these torches go out and go on, creating a stunningly cool dark snake visual. Like, you can see it right here now. It's really cool. Though I can see this being a challenge if your TV's not the greatest, which I suppose that's fine. Like, visual challenge is always a favorite of mine. Like, I see nothing wrong with it personally. Many people think it's artificial difficulty, and many people just have problems with artificial difficulty in general, but I don't mind it one bit as long as it's okay to my eyes. And this is okay to my eyes, and for good reason. Anyway, going back here as Tiny, because as you saw earlier, coins, you know, a different Kong's coins in a different Kong's area, because, that's where they go. Plus, you're not gonna backtrack to this level. Or rather, you don't have Tiny in the first level until the second level, so... And you don't get Chunky till the third level, so... What's the point of those coins there? I don't know. Speaking of coins... Remember how I said Chunky has, like, the most coins out of any Kong? He has like 200 coins. I'm dead serious. But in this level specifically, it's like everyone has 15 coins except for Tiny and Chunky. Tiny has 18 coins, and Chunky only has 12. And we've already collected those 12 and 18. So there we go. I really like this area because this area is basically the tiny and big area. Tiny versus large area, as you can see. I mean, this area is only for Chunky and Tiny, so it shows here. Also, these trees, you can only climb these trees as Giant Chunky. Don't let the DK Rat fool you. Tiny cannot climb these trees. No, not even in the training area. You can't. Also, why is this barrel so large? I mean, look how long it takes to shrink. That's what happens when you make barrels exceedingly large. I mean, you do have to go in it as Giant Chunky, so I suppose it makes sense. Oh boy, this minigame, I instantly forgot to read it. Or not forgot to read it, I forgot what it was called. This minigame is quite a bit of a challenge. At least when I was a child. Like, minigame is like really easy because there's only one minecart in the way. All you do is keep your distance, and that is it. How did I fail this like twice before I got it right? Who knows? This minigame really ramps up when there eventually gets two of those TNT barrels. In which case it becomes almost impossible to the child's mind. The bonus minigames in general just mess with the child's mind. But to the adult, it's like they end up being really boring. And I can definitely see that. So we finally done everything as Chunky Kong, but we're not done with this level yet. Remember how Cranky Kong said we need 15 banana medals? Well, guess what? We have 15 banana medals. As seen here. Yep. So let's go visit Cranky Kong and get his special surprise. Alright, Cranky, what you got? And of course, because he's cranky, he doesn't believe us. And he just claims that we did some bullshit to get them, rather than get them the legit way. Of course, we don't get a prize outright. We have to play a game for it. We have to work for it. As such, with the Nintendo coin, we had to play the DK arcade to get it, but with this rare coin, we have to play another arcade game. And, well, this isn't arcade, it's like a very classic game. This is Jetpack. Jetpack is the first game Rare ever made, if I recall correctly. I don't know if Donkey Kong was like the first game Nintendo made, but I'm going to guess that. Also, because this is Glide, the graphics look like, or the pixels look like kinda shit. I have a feeling games like this aren't really made for Glide, yet Nintendo 64 games like not even, like, Glide in general just kinda messes with pixels. Especially noticeable in Mario 64. So anyway, Jetpack here. I believe this was made for the ZX Spectrum, I believe. I don't know about classic consoles beyond older than NES, so I really don't know. So obviously, to get points, we have to destroy these enemies here, collect collectibles, replenish fuel for the rocket ship, build the rocket ship, etc. Enemies give 25 points, collectibles give 250, fuel gives 100, as do rocket parts. I could just end the level by going in the rocket ship, but that means the enemies will get harder, and therefore be harder to get 5,000 points. Also, you could just hold B to shoot lasers and never have to worry about hitting yourself with the lasers. Also, that rare coin disappeared quick, but it comes back quickly, so you have never to worry about it. Well, anyway, I'm done here. And with that, we got the rare coin. All I did was hold B. How was that cheating? Unless you count cheating as, like, I don't know what. I beat that game in like half a B press. Enough of the meaning. Anyway, we got the rare coin, we beat all of Chunky stuff, and I felt like I did a better job with this than I did with my first take. I'm not sure what else I said in my first take, but if some of it was important, I guess I'll explain it in the next part. Overall, my final thoughts on Jungle Japes. Really solid level, really good beginner's level. But I feel it was more built for Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong than it was for the other three Kongs. Although nothing wrong with the other three Kongs, because at least half of their stuff you have to work for. The other half is just literally free, which I'm fine with that, because sometimes you'll find yourself not having enough collectibles and whatnot, and that is totally fine if you need fairies or blueprints or whatnot, anything like that. Really good level. Anyway, next time on Donkey Kong 64, we're going to turn in Key 3 to K. Lumsy, and then we're going to go to the 4th level, Gloomy Galleon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.